walk us through the specifics of how did you start building your community? What were the tactics that you actually performed on a day in, day out basis to create this community?
So to begin with, this was incredibly labor intensive, right? Classic kind of, a lot of people hate on him, but I like the guy. Classic Gary Vee stuff, right? The thank you economy style, right? The putting in the effort to communicate on a one-on-one basis. So this was, religiously messaging every customer at that point, both from email, from our D2C website, and through the Amazon messaging platform. Remember, the situation was slightly different back in 2016. This was religiously commenting on everyone who posted our products and DMing them and engaging them in a real conversation, showing interest and empathy for them, checking their profile and scrolling back and seeing what they were up to a little while ago, congratulating them on that squat PB that they posted the other week, looking at where they live and talking about what a cool place that is, right? I'm talking about real relationship building. And people will be screaming, listening to the same, but that's not scalable. Well, actually, I found it was, because I was able to teach that method to my team of freelancers who were able to continue after it became unsustainable for me to do it myself.
Okay,
that type of thing.
And let me interrupt on to make sure I understand this. So initially, you don't have a Facebook group or anything like that. You're literally looking at who is this person who bought my stuff, and where are they online, finding their profiles, their Instagram, their Facebook, their whatever, and interacting with them in that place, or was it different than that?
There was that. There was also Facebook groups. So I was a member. I was just naturally, as a fan of fitness, I was a member of various groups, CrossFit groups, boxing groups, etc. And what I'd done before even I'd launched is I had told people about what I was doing. I'd shown people pictures of my crappy prototypes and generated interest in the process and the story. These kind of people were
in these groups, because group owners typically do not like it when you're talking about your stuff in their group. So you were talking about it in their groups, not direct messages.
This was with permission of owners, and B, after having contributed significant value to those groups in the first instance, and being a helpful member of the community and building up that position of trust and authority. And so that was one way. The other way was what you just mentioned, finding my customers, and also customers finding me, because, social media is all about, particularly Instagram, which was huge for me. It's about, it's vanity. It's, hey, look at me in the gym with my new equipment, right? And then they tag you and they use your hashtags. So it's very easy to track these people down and then engage with them on a one-on-one basis. When they're buying from your own website, and we use Amazon almost like top of funnel to acquire customers and then send them back to our own site, then you're having conversations in email with them. And so you're constantly building this goodwill and trust and relationship with your customers. And remember, if you're positioning yourself as the face of the brand, they can really relate to you, because people buy from people, not brands. Until you're some enormous brand, people don't really care about your brand. They just want to solve their problem, which is why if you look back, not so much now, if you go and search back on the old, like the first several Beast Gear products, and I no longer own that brand, and look at the old reviews from 2016, 17, and search my name comes up, because people they're writing 5-star reviews about how great Ben is.
Yeah,
and that really worked. So that is how I built the community. I called it the Beast Gear Tribe, and I was somewhat inspired by a business relatively local to me, which listeners internationally may now have heard of because they're pretty huge now. There's a brand of beer from my hometown called BrewDog.
Oh, I've heard of them.
They're from just up the road here, 20 miles away. And they've built a cult-like following of evangelical fans who you could have a fan of BrewDog walking down the street on the other side of the world from here, wearing a BrewDog t-shirt. And on the other side of the street is somebody wearing a BrewDog hat. And they'll just walk in opposite directions and look at each other, catch each other's eye and nod. And they'll just be like, yeah, that's my person. And I was trying to build that tribe with Beast Gear, and nothing like the scale they're on. I'm not comparing me or the brand to them, but I was inspired by them. And I feel like in a small way online, I achieved that and it helped.